Good morning, students. Now we are on the second part of metals and non-metals. In the first part, I have told you about the elements. Now we will cover the classification of elements as metals, non-metals and metalloids. What are the certain characteristics, basically physical characteristics of elements which decides whether it is a metal, whether it is a non-metal or metalloids. If it has certain set of properties like ductility, malleability, hardness, sonority, good conductivity, lustrous, high density, tensile strength and generally physical state as solid. If it has all these properties, we call them metals. Now I am going to explain what are these terms. First, ductility or ductile. Ductile means if we hammer the materials, and it can be converted into wires, then it is known as ductility. So all metals are ductile, and you have seen the wires made up of metals. Majority of the electrical wires are made up of metals. So because of metals, it can be converted into wires because it has a property known as ductility. Second property, that is malleability. Malleability means when it is going to be hammered, it can be drawn into sheets. A flat product has a two-dimension length as well as breadth, so sheets can be prepared after hammering, and this property is known as malleability, and this is one of the most important property of the metal, and that is malleability. So malleability is a very important property through which it can be converted into sheets, and these sheets are utilized for producing variety of structures, shape, sizes, etc. Different type of fabricated materials, they are because of property malleability. Then comes hardness. Hardness means how much the surface is hard. When we scratch the two surfaces, when we scratch or rub the two surfaces, the surface which is going to be scratched, they are soft, which scratches, they are hard. So it is a comparative degree. So hardness is the comparative part, and metals are generally hard means it has the ability to scratch other materials. Then comes most important property, and that is sonority. Sonority means when it is hammered, it produces ringing sound, the sound which is produced by the bell. That's why all bells are made up of metals, right, or alloy of metals. So sonority is a very important property of metals, and metals are sonorous. Then comes conductivity. Conductivity means whether it allows or not. So metals allows the electricity to pass, metal allows the heat to pass. So metals are very good conductor of heat as well as electricity. And you observe that most of the metals are lustrous. They have a typical sign that is called surface sign. If they have a surface sign means they are lustrous. So metals are lustrous, and you have observed that the golden luster, metallic luster, silvery, etc. These are the luster of the materials, and they are metals. Then comes high density. More number of matter, more number of atoms are contained in a small volume, hence they have high density. So metals have generally high density, they are generally heavy. Then one important property, and that is tensile strength. So metals have high tensile strength. Tensile strength means how much force we are going to apply, and after removal of the force, if that material regains its original shape and size, means tensile strength, and metals have very high tensile strength, means when we apply very large amount of force on the metals and after removal of that force the metal regains its original shape, this is called tensile strength, and metals have high tensile strength. Metals occurrence. Metal occurs in solid state. Normally metals occur in solid state, and most of the metals except few, that is mercury. Mercury at room temperature it is in a liquid state, hence but majority of the metals exist in solid state. Now come to the property of non-metal. Non-metals just opposite to the metals almost, as the word non-metals means which is not present in the metal, they are non-metals. So non-metals are non-ductile, non-metals are non-malleable, hardness generally they are soft, they are non-sonorous, conductivity is very bad, means they are insulator, bad conductor of heat and electricity, they do not allow the electricity or heat to pass, they are non-lustrous except few is there, the Darden crystal and all, they have low density, they have low tensile strength, and occurrence is the very important part. Non-metals occurs in all the three states, solid, liquid and gas. They exist in all the three states. Have you seen that? Right. So non-metals exist in all the three states. Liquids are there, bromine is a liquid, oxygen, nitrogen, etc. are gases, solid is also there, carbon is solid, hence they exist in all the three states. And one very important property of non-metal is brittleness. Brittle means when we hammer the material, it breaks down into pieces, and majority of all non-metals which exist in solid state are brittle. When we hammer, it breaks down into tiny pieces, small pieces, hence they are brittle. Now compare the differences between metals and non-metals, means what? Here is the difference between physical properties of metals and non-metals. Be careful, it's a difference in physical properties of metals and non-metals. Now metals. Metals are generally solid, metals are ductile, metals are hard, metals are malleable, metals are sonorous, lustrous, high density, they are good conductor as well as high tensile strength. Non-metals exist in all the three states, non-ductile, soft, non-malleable, brittle, non-sonorous, non-lustrous, have low density, bad conductor of electricity as well as heat. Non-metals show low tensile strength. So remember this physical difference in the properties of metals and non-metals are very important, very important, and you have to mug up all those things. The difference between metals and non-metals, physical properties. Now we have some exceptional properties. Though they are metals and non-metals, but they do not obey the properties. Example, sodium and potassium are metals but they are soft, while metals are generally hard, whereas sodium and potassium are soft. Mercury is liquid at room temperature. What you have studied? Metals are generally solid at room temperature, whereas mercury is the only example which exists in liquid state at room temperature. And room temperature means temperature which is 25 degrees Celsius. All those which is below 25, that is below room temperature, right? Cesium has low melting point, whereas most of the metals have high melting point, but cesium has low melting point, approximately 30 degrees Celsius. And when you keep the cesium on your hand, it will melt because our body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. Non-metals are bad conductor of electricity, but carbon is a non-metal. When it occurs in the form of graphite, it is a good conductor of electricity, and this is one of the important material in non-metal as a good conductor of electricity, and we are making electrodes. As non-metals are soft as well as non-lustrous. Now see, the carbon as a non-metal, when it occurs as diamond, this is the hardest ever occurring substance in nature. This is the hardest naturally occurring substance, and that is diamond. As well as this is the most shiny among all elements. Means God has given one specific property to carbon. This is the hardest known substance, as well as this is the shiniest substance among all set of elements, whether from metals, non-metals and metalloids. Then come some exceptions. These are the exceptional properties, while some are there, they are 7 in numbers. They show the property of metals as well as non-metals, and they are called metalloids. So their property lies between metals and non-metals. Sometimes it shows the property of metals, sometimes it shows the property of non-metals like silicon, germanium, etc. There are 7 metalloids are there, 7 metalloids are there. Then after going through this entire video, you are able to write few answers, and here is in the form of assignment. So I have given you assignment. First, write the classification of elements. What do you mean by the terms ductile, malleable, sonorous, luster, hardness and tensile strength. Write 7 differences in physical properties of metals and non-metals. Write exceptional properties of metals and non-metals. So these questions you have to write in your copy. And after this in the third part of metals and non-metals, I will tell you about the chemical properties of metals as well as non-metals. What will happen when metal reacts with certain reagents and non-metal reacts with certain reagents in the next video. Thank you for watching the video.